Silver prices once again hit all-time highs yesterday, folks. I think we're living in a simulation. And I think this simulation is orchestrated to drive silver stackers insane. The amount of volatility we've had, from record-breaking, we went from 35 to 54, then down to 44, then up to 54, then down to 40-something, now up to 56. People are going crazy. And this is why, and if you watch my last 3-4 videos, I will repeat this. I will say, folks, the price went back down, it pulled back, but don't freak out. You got desensitized to $54, now it's down to 48. That's still very high. And I vividly remember saying this in my last video. I said, if you go to the store and you buy shoes, or you want to buy shoes, are you mad when the shoes are on sale, when they're on a discount? No. And you take advantage of it because it's a limited time offer. It's a sale, and look what happened. It's back up now. You should have listened to me back when it was 46 or 47 or 48 or 49 or 50. I mean, it's up to 56, 50 something right now, and it probably will go back down. And I bet you the same people are going to freak out again when it's back down to 52. Hopefully by now you've recognized the pattern, the extreme volatility that silver has, and hopefully you're not the person that's buying high and selling low, or buying high and freaking out when the price goes low. You're actually excited. You take advantage of the dips instead of worrying. A lot of people still have that mind state where they just don't trust silver, and when the price is, going down, especially once you get desensitized to, mid 50s, when it goes down to high 40s, you start worrying, when really that's just the market throwing you a layup, just saying, here is a perfect opportunity to buy some silver for a little cheaper. But anyways, first and foremost though, welcome. Thank you for tuning into your daily silver news. Well, the last 4 days really hasn't been daily. I am back though. I've been sitting in this exact chair for hours a day working on my book to make sure it is 100% ready to go live on Christmas Day. And folks, I have an announcement. It's available for pre-order right now on Amazon through Kindle, the ebook. If you want the paperback, that will come out on Christmas Day. But if you want the ebook, you can buy it right now. Right now. Well, I mean, you won't get it till Christmas, but you can pre-order it, if you want. David Morgan wrote the foreword. I put so much effort and heart and time and research into this book. It is like my life's work. I'm so excited to share it with you all. Yeah, it's a perfect time as well, right? Silver's breaking records right now. People are growing in confidence. It's starting to gain more traction. And then this book comes out, and hopefully this, will plant the seed and spark, more interest into silver and what real wealth is. And you could buy this, this is a perfect Christmas gift. It might be a little late, give it to your kids or your friends or whoever. This will plant the seed. This book goes over, if you read this book, you 100% will realize what real money is, what fake money is. You will understand what happened to the history of our financial system. You will understand how to safely, securely stack. I go over buying, selling, trading, the different types of silver, what type of stacker you could be, how to determine if it's fake or real. I go over everything, like literally every single thing that has to do with silver stacking, even more than that. It's in this book. And a lot of times I write it so I'll ask questions for the reader to reflect upon, right? A lot of times I'll stop in the middle, of the chapter, and I'll say, have you ever thought about what price you'd be willing to sell at? How long do you plan on stacking? Tons of questions, but it always reflects back to the person, because I can't tell someone how to stack. What works for me might not work for you. So I have to twist it in a way for you to learn on your own, but by getting or learning from my experience, right? And that's a very tricky thing to do, but I feel like I did a pretty good job with this book. Anyways, you can go get it right now. Silver is the new gold, divorcing the dollar that's designed to enslave you. It is ready for pre-order right now on Kindle. It's $14.99, and you will get it on Christmas Day. If you want the paperback, that will come out a little later on Christmas Day. Anyways, I appreciate you all. I'm doing a giveaway right now as well. I'll give away some of my books, obviously, but I'm doing a giveaway for some silver. The entry video is still live, so if you want a chance to win silver shipped straight to your front doorstep, click subscribe, go enter. The entry video is still live, folks, and like always, may the luckiest stacker win. There's some crazy stuff going on right now regarding silver. Like, did you know that the Comex broke down? Basically, look at this. The exchange operator said in a post on X, and this is on the day that silver broke all-time highs, its broker tech markets in Europe and the US are open and trading, noting that both focused on fixed income instruments, but all other markets remain halted. A technical glitch at one of the company's data centers that suspended trading on its electronic platforms, triggering a temporary shutdown across global currency, commodity, and futures markets on Friday. They said that the issues resulted from a cooling system malfunction at its Cyrus core data centers, which halted trading in futures linked to currencies, commodities, treasuries, and equities. So there was like a glitch in the system, I guess, and everyone freaked out, and that shot silver up to all-time highs. Was it a glitch, or is that the cover story from them? You know, because at the end of the year, and I talked about this in my last video, they have to audit, right? They have to prove that those paper contracts, there's real silver behind it, and how they're going to pull that off is going to be who knows how. And that's why the one video was talking about December 31st is going to be the day of reckoning. That's going to be the day that the truth could come out. I'll actually show you real quick what I'm talking about. So it is December 30, right here. December 31st, silver's final checkout. The one night you can gift yourself life-changing wealth. And that's, they're talking about, and they call it Inventory Judgment Day. Silver's unblinking moment. And that's because each year the LBMA faces a quiet but monumental balancing act. Vault operators, banks, ETF custodians must align every ounce on the books with what sits in cold storage. Physical inventory must match client allocations, leasing obligations, forward contracts, and metal loan rollovers. Most of the year, the true collateral is hidden inside opaque institutional fog, but December 31st, the clock strikes and the system's stress fractures become visible, at least to those on the inside. So you could see how that could, you could see how that could be a huge problem, especially since that is how they suppress the price. But anyways, let's talk more about silver. So silver showing renewed strength, trading around the crucial 52 to 50. Wow, when did this come out? November 28th. So this was before the massive rally. Wow, yeah, they must have wrote this really early. Hold on, let me see. Let's go to like the day. I want to see what it started at. So yeah, it started November 28th. It was like 54, and it just skyrocketed up, and that's obviously from the glitch that happened. So very interesting. I'm curious when the markets open up tomorrow night, on Sunday night or Monday morning, what's going to happen, if that momentum is going to stay, or the excuse or reasoning now that we have what happened might calm the storm and people kind of settle down. Who knows? Who really knows? Nobody knows. And anyone who pretends to know, don't listen to them because they don't know. And that's what I was actually saying before. Like a lot of people were, when silver broke past all-time highs, they were saying it was going to go down to like 30s or 40s or something. And don't listen to any type of forecast, because there's too many powers at bay that are affecting the price, and nobody has a crystal ball to tell what what's going to happen that does affect the price. Unless you're psychic, you have a crystal ball, or you're in the inside and know what's going to happen, then you could possibly. But anyone from the outside, nobody knows. So here's another article that came out from Bloomberg. Silver hits fresh record after topping peak from October squeeze. Silver jumped to record, surpassing a peak set during historic squeeze in the London market in October. Spot prices surged as much as 4.2%, about $55.66 an ounce. It actually went up to 56 something. The white metal has been supported by rising hopes of Federal Reserve interest rate cuts in December, inflows into bullion-backed ETFs, and ongoing supply tightness. Friday also saw erratic price moves and thin liquidity in the silver market after chaotic hours long halting the trading in the futures CME's Comex exchange. By early morning U.S. time, trading operations were back. So I guess they did fix it, but on Monday, who knows? Silver's new high comes just over a month after a severe supply squeeze in the dominant silver trading hub in London last month, which sent prices soaring above levels in Shanghai and New York. It's funny because last month it was the LBMA that shot silver to all-time highs, and this time it was the Comex basically glitching that shot silver to all-time highs. So each of those, each of those did historic things in their own fashion, in their own silly fashion that just shows how orchestrated it is, right? The LBMA, basically shot themselves in the foot and needed help from the Comex, and everyone's trying to, keep the LBMA afloat and throwing them silver. And then you see now the system glitching, I guess, and there's no trading available. I mean, who knows what's really happening? That would be the perfect excuse. Just blame it on the system. Don't blame it on anyone's actions. Don't blame it on the markets. Don't blame it on what they're doing. Just blame it on a glitch, right? Just blame it on a glitch. I'm not saying that isn't what happened, but just say that. And it's ironic the timing as well. The flows into London have now put pressure on the hubs, including in China. Silver inventories and warehouses linked to Shanghai recently hit their lowest level since 2015. So yeah, silver has surged almost 90% this year. That is insane. Silver is up almost 90% this year. 90%. Last year, if you would have told me that, or all the naysayers that would comment on my videos, if they knew that the video they're commenting on that I was posting last year, if they knew that silver would be up 90% this time next year, I just wonder what they would think, because I have so many comments from people who, I don't know if they think I'm like a know-it-all, because I'm not. A lot of y'all know way more than I do, are stacking way more. Like, I'm not trying to be the smartest guy in the room. I'm just, reporting the news and sharing my 2 cents on it. But a lot of people genuinely think silver's a bad investment, and it's baffling. I guess they just can't see the data, and they let their bias fuel their logical thinking. I don't know. Let me know if you have any other conspiracies about that. Why? I mean, because nothing makes as much sense as silver. It's so obvious when you just look at data, look at everything. Of course, silver's undervalued. If something's undervalued, that means it's under the value. That means you take advantage of that, especially with how useful it is. So, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. There's a lot of rambling in this video, but it's my first day back, so there's a lot to talk about. I'll get more on the serious side of things in the next couple of videos. Probably dive a little deeper into this price thing. I have a couple of other things I wanted to talk about as well. So yeah. Anyways, if you want to pre-order my book, you can. If you want to buy the paperback version, just hold on. I might be able to, I don't know yet if I'll be able to set up a pre-order for the paperback as well, but right now you actually can go purchase or pre-order the ebook version through Kindle. So yeah. Anyways, I love you all. Go into my giveaway. If you want to purchase some shiny stuff, send an email to info@milesfranklin.com. Let them know Slayer sent you. I know we have Black Friday, Cyber Monday specials. So just send an email. Say, hey, what are the prices right now? Or what are your specials? They will send you a price sheet with all the prices. We have several different ways to pay. We're very legit. You know, don't go to these secondhand websites. They'll rip you off. They'll scam you. Just buy from legit places. And Miles Franklin can do that for you. Let him know Slayer sent you to. That helps me out. Anyways, thanks so much for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I will see you guys later today or tomorrow. Peace.